Hello and welcome to India Today. I am Sanjay Ponappa.
And this is Maruti Acharya, and we just completed watching the latest Malayalam film Mirage, starring Asif Ali, Aparna Balamurali, and the movie is directed by Jeethu Joseph. Sanjay, your experience of watching the film?
It was underwhelming. If it's a Jeethu Joseph crime thriller, right? The title, that name itself holds a value and it comes with certain expectations. Keeping all of those expectations aside as well, this film, mainly since it's a thriller, the twists were very underwhelming. There were breadcrumbs, there were all the good writing, there was all the loopholes being closed, all of that is there, but still underwhelming.
Before getting into my experience, if you watch the film, what is your review? Mention that in the comments below. Now, talking about my experience, sometimes you find this annoying uncle at a wedding who's like just stuffing you. And after some point, you don't want to waste the food. So you're in that journey. But the same food which was tasty is not tasty anymore. It feels you're struggling, it's slow. It's a little draggy, you're struggling to complete, you just want to finish it, but you're not enjoying it anymore. My experience, especially after some point into the film, kind of became like that.
Probably towards the second half.
Yeah, towards the second half, it became like that. During the pre-climax portion, an important character says a dialogue, "There are no more surprises." And in a Jeethu Joseph movie, in a thriller, for the first time, my reaction is thank you. Because some of the surprises were really good, but some of them didn't land, and there were so many surprises stuffed. We'll get into the details.
Getting deeper into the details, talking about the things that worked for me, what I really appreciated in the film is all the breadcrumbs that he left throughout the story for all of it to come and close at the end of the film. Like any other Jeethu Joseph film, this film too is nicely written. You can see the efficiency, you can see why the writer-director is so renowned. Because even though some things work, some things don't work, some ingredients are there, some are not there, but just that the combination did not work well when it comes to you as a dish on a whole,
Correct.
right? But at the end of the day, kudos to the director because he still did all the work. It's not like,
Yeah.
an underwhelming effort being put into making this film. It's not like this was a lazily written film. Writing, in a way, I still give props to the writer and the director.
First thing that really worked for me in the film is the setup, the premise. Unlike the usual murder mystery thriller of who done it kind of thrillers that we have seen a lot, and especially in Malayalam cinema, they've dug deeper, tried exploring different kind of thriller. This movie comes into that category where the core point, the mystery, the reveal, the details, everything is fresh. The twists also, to a large extent, on paper, they look really, really interesting. It's a very interesting premise. I was really hooked to know what is happening next. But it's with the proceedings, the way the movie was going forward is where it was losing my interest.
This kind of lands in between the positive and the negative as well for me, which is the music, because there were moments where I caught myself tapping my feet because the music was energetic. It was inducing this element of suspense into me and all of that. Why I'd call it somewhere in the middle is because there were also so many points where it felt like the music was just overtaking everything that is happening. It isn't sitting right with the proceeding of the film, the kind of genre it is. At a point, I felt like the music was, more for a superhero film. Probably Loka should have had this music rather than Mirage. That balance was missed, which is why I say there is good things, there is bad things, which is why I place it in the middle.
On contrary, Vishnu Shyam's music actually didn't work for me. It felt out of place. The curiosity building kind of music and the sound arrangement, right? That is basic. That was really good. But especially in some portions, pieces of background music felt like hero elevation, where it is about some mystery unraveling. So for me personally, it felt a little too out of place. But
Fair.
another thing that really worked for me in the film is performances. Aparna Balamurali was really, really good, especially the action portions. There's this, that I didn't see that portions coming, even though they could have been handled a little better in the screenplay. But in terms of performance, Asif Ali also did a phenomenal job. Again, everybody, it is a thriller, we can't give much details. Everybody did phenomenal. There's this one character which I have complained with. Again, I'll not really reveal. When you watch it on big screen, you'll understand. I think the performance kind of gave away the twist. It's not the way the character was written. I think it's the performance that kind of gave it away.
Performance-wise, I'd say that everybody has done, justice to whatever role they were given. And honestly speaking, nothing really stood out for me. It all sat right into the world of Mirage. Nothing brilliant in the film. But about that one character, the mysterious character, if you realize who it is, you can give the spoiler in the comment section. Please go.
don't.
Felt like that whole character carried a lot of weight in the story
Yeah.
of the film. The way it was revealed, from the performance to the
Staging.
the treatment of the character as well, I felt like there's a lot of flaws where a very important twist, was just let go of.
Also, just wanted to check if we are on the same page. For the people who watched the film, it was the interval twist that they were aiming for. If you figured that while watching the film, is it just us, or you already figured it out while watching the film? Mention that also in the comments below. Now,
Getting directly into the
that didn't
underwhelming
work for the
aspects. First thing is the twists. Like I said at the start, there were very few twists which actually had an impact while I was watching the film, because most of them were, executed in an underwhelming way. It didn't really land with the impact it should have.
Correct.
The shock factor that comes. Again, not that I am drawing comparison with Drishyam, but taking it as a reference. When you watch the film, throughout the film in Drishyam 2, there isn't a lot of highs and lows. The kind of high it reaches at the climax, right? It just, it is mind-boggling. Here, there was no mind-tingling also.
For me, the biggest problem with the film were the twists. The number of twists, actually, to be really honest, because it actually feels like Jeethu Joseph was under a lot of pressure. I've done all these films now. Another film, people will expect twist, because towards the climax also, like, yeah, the Jeethu Joseph moment is about to come. So we also were kind of expecting a twist. So maybe it was under pressure. I exactly don't know what went wrong. But there are so many twists, stuffed. Especially in the second half, it becomes to a point where you feel the movie is ending. The setup points that they have placed, the breadcrumbs that you're talking about, right? It feels like they are forcefully linked and open to show another twist. It is not organically flowing where, oh, this is why this was placed in the first half. No, one twist after the other twist. It gets too exhausting after a point. After, again, like the dialogue that I told, right? No more surprises. After that, there's another twist. If it is really adding anything to the story, or is it really necessary? I don't think so. So that is why you feel when twists are thrown at you, left, right, center, some of it you figured out, some of it you don't, but you still have to go through that elevation, that reveal that the director has planned. So all of this felt more chaotic than thrilling.
I'm done with all the surprises. I was like, yes, please. I totally understand it. I also felt like that was necessary, because after a point, it just felt like they're just turning the roti over and over again until it just got burnt. Another most important aspect which was missing in this film is smartness. Usually in crime thrillers, all characters are smart. At least the central characters who are, playing the key roles in, moving the story forward. Based on all our exposure to previous Jeethu Joseph films itself, officers in the other films have done where officers here aren't doing. The characters have taken smart moves where here the characters aren't doing, but yet it is being said that they are all really smart characters. That is not digestible. If you watched the film, if you liked it, mention what you liked about the film in the comment section below. What you did not like, mention that also in the comment section below.
And we do a lot of reviews, reactions, interviews, analysis videos, a lot of stuff on the channel. Do not miss any of that. Do like, share and subscribe, and thank you so much for all the love and support that you've been showing us for Hrudayapurvam review, Loka review. We are really, really happy, not just for the views, for the comments, your interactions, they mean a lot. Sometimes abusive also, but we love that. We all grow together, learn together, love cinema, share our thoughts about cinema. So please continue to do that.
Yeah.
With that, this is Maruti Acharya.
I am Sanjay Ponappa.
And you're watching India Today.